runners-up. This evening will follow a very similar order to our other awards ceremonies. And if you are a runner-up, if you're lucky enough to have that honour bestowed on you, if you guys could come up to the stage and just have a photo with Katie and I, that would be great. If you are a winner, it would be great if you could also come up to the stage. I will present you with your award and we'd love to ask a couple of questions about your project. And all I would say is I think this is an amazing opportunity to tell lots of different people about the impact of your project and how beneficial it has been in the community. So feel free to go on for a few minutes. And finally, after this evening's, I'll have you for some wine and nibbles after to really speak about. But before we move on to the first award of the evening, I did just want to say a few words about the impact of volunteering and working in the local community as a student body, because it is vitally important. And as much as you can try and summarise all of the different things that we do as a students' union and we do in terms of volunteering, I think that there are some key kind of principles and challenges that all of these projects have in common. And I've sort of summarised them into three challenges. The first challenge is the challenge of environmentalism and making Newcastle a place, because it's making a big difference, so please keep going. The second sort of section of volunteering, which I think has been massively positive for our local community, is that of the challenge of equality and diversity, and how are we meeting those challenges. And whether or not that's desperate inequality driven by global developments or the day-to-day parts of the world, to go through so many of those amazing nominations and to see the day-to-day work that you guys are doing to make that better. And I suppose the final section, the final challenge that a lot of these projects sought to meet and solve is the challenge of public health. Many volunteers in this room have been at the forefront of saving lives, preventing illnesses, and meeting the modern public health challenges that our society faces. And by raising awareness and building funds and creating links with public health services, you've been able to literally save lives and make Newcastle a much better place to be in terms of public health. But I'll say one final thing. I think there are a series of skills and attributes that all of you have in common when you've worked so hard this year. You've been selfless. There have been mornings where you've woken up and you don't want to get out of bed and go and help people. You may not feel like it, but you've done it because there's something greater there. There's something more important there, and you've done it. You're ambitious. You've grown projects over your time at university, from year one where there's nothing to year three where you may be securing thousands of pounds of funding. And finally, you're leaders. You've displayed unbelievable leadership in the face of challenges, and you've been able to secure some real progress for everything you've done. So that is quite enough of me. We're going to move on to the Youth Volunteering Award. It's our first award. And the show must go on. Vast amount of work is done on a daily basis to improve the lives of young people in the North East. Through transforming school gardens and teaching art skills, you literally have transformed lives. Volunteers have had a huge effect in making Newcastle a happier and safer place to be for young people. So thank you to all of the nominees. And those nominees are Alana Barnett, Music Society, Nest, Nest STEM. And Greg Forrester. And the runner-up of this award is a group that creates a warm, safe and purposeful learning environment. Engagement with the project has improved the lives of children and our outstanding volunteers. And the commitment of volunteers to help youth in the community has genuinely improved the lives of so many across the North East. And the runner-up is Nest to STEM. And now we move on to the winner. And the winning nomination is a society that has done phenomenal work in the local community over the last year, putting on some fantastic events and sessions which have been incredibly inspiring for the younger generation, particularly those from a more deprived background where the confidence boost is strongly felt. Feedback has been extremely positive, with one parent saying, "Our children, aged 8 to 11, were buzzing from their experience today. Many said it was the best thing they had ever done." The legacy of this project is an experience that told local children that they can achieve anything they want to. So, the winner of the Youth Volunteering Award is the Music Society.
Words with the winners. Firstly, I apologise profusely for breaking the break. I assure you we will absolutely get that replaced. So, we're just having a little bit about what this award means to you and a bit more about the project.
Hello. This is a bit unexpected. My name is Glenn, and this year I've been the youngest coordinator for the Music Society. And as well as working with the Royal Victoria Infirmary and a smaller other people's outreach, the main thing we've been doing has been shops. And the theme for this year has been working songs. And every week we go to a different school, we bring different musicians with us, and we help them to engage with their own community. And how music can tie in with their own communities. We have, around the country, we have minor communities, we have people who go out to sea, and all these things tied in with music. And through investigating that kind of thing, they can learn a little bit more about themselves and where they're from, and it helps to tie people together a bit more than they are.
That table before I break any more awards. Good evening, everybody. We are going to move on to the Unsung Hero Award. Not many people would label themselves an unsung hero. So we asked you to think about the friends, flatmates, course mates, your fellow volunteers who made a difference. Do they volunteer regularly and keep it quiet? Maybe they're too modest. Well, not tonight. We're here to shout about it. And the nominations are Bridget Stratford, bond and a commitment to team. This person embodies the very heart and soul of Next. When asked what they will do in a session, they respond with whatever is needed to make it work. Our is Irfan Lesson. But we will make sure he gets his award. Okay, and we'll go on to the winner. The winner is an amazing Mind the Gap committee member who has dedicated so much time to students through weekly groups that they facilitate. Their drive to make a difference and passion for mental health is evident through their work this year. They are modest, but tonight we're here to celebrate. Tonight's winner is Fiona Cunningham.
So Fiona, just one quick question. How have you found leading such an inspirational charity or being part of such a massive society this year?
I mean, it's been brilliant and really rewarding and lucky, and obviously this is very unexpected. I mean, a big thing I should say, my main role with Mind the Gap is running our support groups, and so that means this is very much not just me, there are people who dedicate their time every week to come and just push them. So that's especially that's Midway Cranscape, that's Emma Foddy, Martha Cox, and Amy Forbes, especially, have really helped me with the project.
Just one more question. I mean, what kind of an impact does Mind the Gap have on individual students?
I think that's the main thing, really, the individual impact. Personally, the big reason I joined Mind the Gap was my first year at the I'm sure plenty of people can relate. I was, basically a hermit, dealing with a lot of kind of unresolved mental health issues, and Mind the Gap really helped me personally and pulled me out of myself. So this year, the main thing has been kind of I was too scared to talk to anybody about it, and so
that's
having
amazing at the moment because I'm
to
not getting from you.
come and just be able to open up a bit and talk to people in a safe environment has been really valuable.
Thank you very much. Give it up to Fiona. So we now move on to the next award, which is the Cultural Diversity Champion. And Newcastle has always been an international university nestled within an international city. And we as a Students' Union are always working to make university life for students of different nationalities and cultures as enriching as possible. The work of the following nominees are a massive reason for our record-breaking result in the International Student Barometer, and we hugely appreciate all of their hard work. That's me, yeah. So the nominees are Quinn April Salindo, Carmel Lawless, Nest, and Megan Hahn. So our runner-up. This nominee has had a massively positive contribution to the Newcastle University life for so many international students at the university. Through societies created by this nominee, they have developed connections between international students on campus, ranging across every corner of the globe. We were especially impressed with their creation for the first ever International Students Ball. The runner-up is Quinn April Salindo. And now it is time for the winner of the Cultural Diversity Champion. This nominee has improved the lives of thousands of people in the North East. Their unshattering commitment to making life better for those in less fortunate situations is a truly amazing achievement. The consistency of excellence, care and support from this project is outstanding. Moreover, the growth of this project from winner of the Cultural Diversity Champion this year is Nest.
I'm getting a signal, I'm not hearing it.
So, congratulations on the award. Could you tell me really what this award means to you and what it means to be part of Nest?
I think it's just really fantastic to see how a project that started off so small with 8 volunteers, about 10 refugees, have grown to 300 refugees in a year and a half. And what it means to us is how students can make giving up a few hours of their day each week. And it wouldn't be possible without the help of Go volunteers, so we're really grateful to you.
Before we move on, can you tell me a little bit about the impact that Nest has on the refugees and asylum seekers who come along to the sessions?
So I think at least the thing that really attracted me to Nest is like what you have is, yes, we're teaching English to people, and don't get me wrong, that's really important for them, but Nest to me is a family, it's a community, it's all about making people realise they're not on their own. They're not labelled refugees, they're people and they have a bright future. And I think the beautiful kind of honour of being part of Nest is that we are helping them like get closer towards that bright future. Yeah, that's what it means to me, and I think it's a wonderful thing to be a part of.
Thank you guys, congratulations.
Our project leads, co-leaders, Ala and Bridget. Would please like a round of applause for them, yeah.
Great, thank you so much. It's really great to hear of so much of the great work that Nest are doing. Now, I'd like to introduce Katie to give our introductory sort of speech and one of our speeches about the importance of employability through Go Volunteer and volunteering in general. So, Katie.
Each year, the number of students volunteering in the community grows. Again this year, we have seen a marked increase in students wanting to make a difference. And that difference is over 4,000 students working to make a positive influence in the local community. The capacity our students have to make a positive difference is tremendous, and it really cannot be underestimated. You'll hear about a few projects this evening, but I just wanted to mention 3 in particular. Obviously, we've already heard from Nest. Nest helps refugees and asylum seekers integrate into the community by providing free English language lessons and cultural outreach activities. We have the Parkinson's UK project, which is delivered in collaboration with an academic school. The project again continues to grow, and speech and language therapy students are working with people who are living with Parkinson's in the UK to help them be able to better deal with the condition and go about their everyday lives. We have a brand new project which we recently launched and which is making some really strong headway, and that's a study support group. We're providing vital revision support to schools in the North East in subjects such as maths, modern languages, and soon history and English literature. It's, I think, really shows the value of what we do, that if I take Nest in particular, we've received £26,000 worth of funding from 2 local authorities to help deliver our services. This isn't just us saying what we do is good. People in the community are really recognising how vital it is, the services that we provide. It's critical to us as a students' union that we develop and provide opportunities that will make you, our students, competitive in the job market and help you be as employable as possible. The many volunteering opportunities that take place enable you to develop the capacity to manage projects, solve problems, think creatively, and develop resilience. These are all skills that employers want graduates to actively be able to demonstrate. Tonight we have seen, and we will go on further to see, students demonstrating strong leadership skills. It's really important to us to be able to support the development of this key skill. We are shortly due to finish the delivery of the second cohort of our NCL Plus Advanced Programme in Leadership, which this year has been accredited by the Chartered Management Institute. I'm really pleased to see in the room this evening some of last year's graduates and some of our soon-to-be graduates from this year's cohort. But what we do goes beyond a simple definition of volunteering and employability. Through volunteering, you, our students, are making a real difference to others. These experiences and the personal development enables you to shape not only being a desirable and employable graduate, but it's really adding to your personal development. You can go on to make a real difference in the world. Before we move on, I just want to say a quick thank you and pay tribute to our fantastic staff here at the Students' Union. We wouldn't be able to do what we do if it wasn't for their incredible dedication and support. We've got some of our sabbatical officers down on the table there, some of our directors, and I wanted to say a special thank you to our project workers for Go Volunteer, some of whom can't be here this evening. And as always, a big thank you to Phil, Phil's right at the back, you can't see him, there he is. He's quite a modest guy, but really the success of a lot of our projects would be nowhere near as big as it was if it wasn't for Phil's dedication, and he's given up many of his weekends and evenings to make sure that things run successfully. So we're lucky to have such dedicated staff. And so, on that note, we're going to move on to the next award. Students for Students. This award is for those of you who volunteer your time to help your fellow students. Maybe as a peer mentor, as part of your course, or perhaps through the Student Advice Centre. So let's have a look at our nominees. Iona Crichton. Alana Barnett. It Happens Here. Teeny Dry. Rachel Bowie. Lauren Redfern. Jennifer Olsen. Our runner-up. This campaign was established as a peer support group to allow survivors of sexual assault to come together in a safe and supportive environment. Please welcome to the stage, It Happens Here. The Student Advice Centre. Hall rep for Lees's Terrace, and Vice President of the Newcastle Uniboob team, this person has been a strong advocate for the student voice, raising issues within the student community and actively campaigning for change and problem resolution at NUTV Council and rep meetings. Our winner this evening is Iona Crichton.
So, Iona, what does it mean?
It means
So much, Iona.
Great, so we move on to the award for the Sustainability Champion. Sustainability is a core value of this Students' Union, and it informs all of our short, medium, and indeed long-term decisions. This award is to celebrate those who are driven to make Newcastle University as sustainable as possible, and they've achieved outstanding results in the process. From beer to bin bags, we can be proud of our progress on sustainability this year. And the nominees are Stu Brew, Rowena Tilden Patterson, Andrew Stark, and the Newcastle University Fashion Society. So, the runner-up. I have had the pleasure of working closely with this nominee this year. And throughout this year, they've balanced their academic work whilst helping shape campaigns which are both sustainable and indeed charitable. They have represented the Students' Union in high-level university meetings and engaged with young and old to make Newcastle a more sustainable place. I am, of course, speaking about Andrew Stark. And now, on to the winner. This project continues to be hugely successful, and they have won a series of extremely impressive international awards. And this project is a perfect example of how volunteering can intersect an academic course and engage students in creating a sustainable and successful business. Sustainability is at the heart of this project and has developed ways to make an often environmentally unfriendly industry into a sustainable project. The winner is Stu Brew.
Obviously, winning the award isn't really anything that's new to Stu Brew. You had the huge success at the awards in Philadelphia. So, could you tell us what tonight means to you and winning this award?
I think for us, Stu Brew is all about students. We're the first student-run brewery in Europe, and when we started, we just wanted to do something a bit different for students and something that does have an impact, sustainability as well as anything else. We're getting bigger year on year with how many students we involve, and everyone that seems to get involved loves it. We host events all the time for it, and a big part of what we do is sustainable. We're connected to the chemical engineering department, and every year we bring on different students to learn different things about brewing. And we've made a massive impact already in terms of how much water is used in the brewing industry, and that's already gone northeast wide, and hopefully one day we'll go globally.
Thank you. on to the Social Inclusion Award. This is the award for those who have recognised integration of people in the university or wider community, who otherwise might have been isolated for reasons such as disability, age, social class, race and culture. Let's look at our nominees. Joshua N. Shengling. Zoe Godden. Alana Barnett. Nest Explore. Corin Murphy. And obviously, Zoe is so good, they are named twice. And Ryan Hussein. Our runner-up. This person has campaigned for the rights of marginalised students throughout their time at Newcastle, whether through organising Disability Awareness Week, improving supports for students with mental health issues, or raising awareness of non-binary genders. This person is renowned within liberation groups for their continued dedication to student activism and equality. Please welcome to the stage Zoe Godden. On to our winner. This person has beaten the odds and many challenges to come here to university to study medicine. They are paving the way for other students to do the same and helping to reduce the inequality gap in higher education. This person makes and shares videos on YouTube and has had more than 1.3 million views and helped thousands of students nationally and internationally realise that they can come to university. Please welcome to the stage Ryan Hussein.
So Ryan, my question for you is, with 1.3 million combined views, what's the secret behind getting a video to catch on like that? I need all the help I can get.
There isn't any secret, to be honest. It's just people look for, I don't know, people look on YouTube to learn things. So if you can offer advice or if you can give information, and people will be willing to look for it, then. But it's not, you can't get viral just...
I've tried. And what would you say to a student that's maybe thinking about possibly doing medicine but unsure about, you know, what life is like as a medic? What would you say to them?
Watch my videos.
Now, we've had enough awards just for the last few minutes, and we are now going to move on to our keynote speaker for the evening. And it gives me so much pleasure to introduce Mo Khan. And he is the Newcastle University Liaison Police Officer. And he's been a supportive, committed individual in Newcastle University Students' Union life. He's helped thousands of students over the last few years. And he's going to speak to us about the importance of good community relations. So give a big hand to Mo Khan.
Thanks for your kind words, and thank you everyone for inviting me to be here. It's a it's a pleasure and sort of opportunity that I took and grabbed with both hands. There's a big misconception which is broken down a little bit now, but there used to be a big misconception within the police that students, all they were good for was getting drunk, having noisy parties, and getting themselves arrested. No one's drunk here yet, I hope. And please don't go back to the areas of Jesmond Heaton and have parties tonight, okay? But on a serious note, we have seen great things come from the students of Newcastle. The volunteering has been unbelievable this year. The figures speak for themselves. The busiest period when it comes to sort of a policing response is during the freshers period. And when I look back at the statistics from probably when you guys started, 2014, which is when I actually started, I took over the role as the university liaison, and I've looked back and consistently, bar 1 year, we've done exceptionally well, where last year, this sort of academic year, starting from September, freshers period, we're at 60% lower crime rate than what we were in the previous year. And that's with your helps, the help of yourselves. What I would say is volunteers in all fields of industry, and in particular within the police force, we're at a time now where we can't operate without them. You've put yourselves in positions where you've had, I know the pressures that you'll be under in terms of timescales, attending relevant university lectures, and then giving up your own free time to assist community initiations or community events. It doesn't go unappreciated from policing and our partners involved. I think from a policing perspective, what we've seen and where we would love to see the university progress, and there is good indication that we're going there, but certainly all the societies, that they all have their own certain place. I know that it happens here. We're nominated as runners-up today, and they've had a massive impact in terms of changing cultures within the university, and that's great to see. It's great to see that there is being a change of culture from 2014 to where we are now, and I know that there's been fundamental changes with the change in the culture initiative. And it's great to see, and hopefully it will be progressed by the new students that are coming in and take on the new societies. As mentioned, I've been here since 2014, and sadly this is my last year, and I'll be going on to new places like most of yourselves. This is my last year. I wish I could, and I would love to, but I have a different calling, unfortunately, which I need to go to. But thank you very much, folks, and really appreciate the support and the effort that you've put in to making Newcastle a safer place and a more enjoyable place, and better for the public and for students like yourselves. Thank you.
The entire Students' Union, can we thank you for all of your service you've done for the Newcastle University Students' Union. Those drops in crime do not happen by accident, and it's actually through concerted hard work and effort that we achieve those results, so thank you so much. We now move on to the Volunteering Innovation Award. And Newcastle University students are entrepreneurial. That's what a lot of employers say. We are entrepreneurial. We find answers to complex questions. And this award is to celebrate a project that has been created or innovated through creative solutions. And the nominees are Nest, Organ Donation, Transplantation and Immunological Society, terrible. VR Project. That was easier. Nest Beyond Barriers. and Tierney Dry. So, the runner-up. This nominee launched a variety of VR projects, which they hope will continue to be a unique and interesting way to help people in the wider community. Student volunteers have always been involved with the design and delivery of these projects, which have linked up with local schools and care homes. So the runner-up is VR Project. And the winner. The winning project has expanded its original remit of face-to-face support by embracing the internet to produce content which supports members of the community even when they're away from the Students' Union. This content is totally accessible for everyone on the internet and has allowed those who require the materials to access them from wherever they are. It's Nest Beyond Barriers.
Congratulations, so another win for the Nest family. Could you perhaps tell us a little bit how Beyond Barriers is different to the standard English language lessons of Nest?
Yeah, thank you. I cannot see Jordan here. Jordan, where are you? Come over here, bro. Come over here, yeah, come over here. Come, bro. He's our project lead, very important volunteer, so I'll just pass it to him.
What was the question?
How Beyond Barriers is perhaps a little bit different to the standard English lessons that you deliver as part of Nest?
Well, a lot of our volunteers don't kind of have a lot of money, obviously, so being able to access the lessons from their own home or from the public library is kind of a big deal. But we also try to kind of tailor our content to the Newcastle area. So we kind of draw attention to opportunities in the area like the library, which they can get free access to. And so we kind of focus and specialize our content.
Yeah, sorry guys. There is one more important volunteer who is a project leader as well, but she is not here. It's Lily Ferris, and I would like you to give some applause for her as well, please.
On to our next award, Students for Health. This award is for all those who have actively promoted or encouraged healthy living or helped those in need. Let's look at our nominees. NUMED Health Camp 2017. Newcastle Uniboob Team. Organ Donation, Transplantation and Immunological Society. Alana Barnett. The runner-up is a prestigious health awareness campaign that has been successfully run by its clinical students in rural communities in Johor for the past 3 years. By first targeting its most vulnerable people, this camp aims to progressively increase health awareness of the general Johor population. in the effort to cultivate a health-conscious and holistic Malaysian society. They successfully delivered healthcare services simultaneously to 2 villages that were inhabited by over 170 villagers from an indigenous community. Please welcome to the stage the NUMED Health Camp 2017 Committee. Into their second year with university society status, this society has expanded and developed its network of schools, making an extraordinary effort to raise organ donation awareness among school children in the northeast of England. Run by a small group of senior medical students, the committee and members have worked tirelessly in their free time to promote this public health campaign and educate school children on the importance of organ donation. In little over a year, around 2,000 school children have been reached. Nearly 90% of all children they've worked with would recommend this talk to others, and the written response from school staff has been incredibly positive. Please welcome to the stage our winners, Newcastle University's Organ Donation, Transplantation and Immunological Society.
So an absolutely massive congratulations to you guys, all. You've clearly worked hugely hard and there's been some massive community outreach. I mean, my question is, how do you get across what is quite a serious concept to the younger generation, to smaller kids, without freaking them out?
Yeah, it's a good question. We've worked hard on developing a talk that really focuses on communication and just talking about these things generally, rather than trying to sort of push our own agenda on them. Obviously, we personally feel it's incredibly important to donate your organs, but we would hate for for that to feel like pressure on younger students. Yeah, so that's.
And guys, so what's the future for your society, for what you're doing? What's the sort of target in the next couple of years?
Well, at the moment we're working on expanding nationally. The director and the founder of this organisation, Matt Byrne, was here last year. Some of you might remember him collecting an award in a similar T-shirt. But he now works down in Cambridge, and he's working really, really hard. And he would be very proud of what we've done this year, and he'll be thrilled that we've won this award. But I would also just like to say, before we leave the stage, that what's really inspiring for me is seeing so many other people here that clearly give up their time and do something a little bit different. And we're a generation who, if you read the Daily Mail, you'll know, do nothing, and we sit around and, we are the collectivists who complain about things and don't do anything ourselves. So it's incredibly inspiring to be in a room with so many people that really, really care and actually go out and do stuff. So very well done to all of you, and also to my fantastic team, Luke, Joe, Ben, and Susie.
Give it up for We Are Donors. Thank you.
Glaciers melting in the dead of night, and the superstars sucked into the supermassive glaciers.
Fantastic. So we now move on to the Community Outreach Award, and that's the penultimate award of this evening. And it celebrates students that have contributed to the local community through working with charities and not-for-profit groups all over the city. Not only have these projects massively benefited the student body, but they have positively impacted the wider community. And we've got a lot of nominees, and they are Oditi Bridget Biswas, the NUMED Health Camp 2017 Committee. Muaz bin Azar. Organ Donation, Transplantation and Immunological Society. We did it. We did it. Mackenzie Friend Project. Parkinson's UK. Nest. The Islamic Society. Rag Society. Glenn Broomwood. And Tabitha Sandini. So, the runner-up. This nominee is a project which confronts an extremely serious social issue. It is a perfect embodiment of when academic excellence can be practically used for social good. Quite simply, this project is a shining example of a partnership between a school and Go Volunteer. I am, of course, talking about Mackenzie Friend Project. And we will make sure that they get their award. And now, the winner. The winner of this award has played an instrumental role in improving community relations in residential areas in Newcastle. I have worked personally with this winner, and I've never failed to be impressed with their appetite to get involved and to just make things better. One of the highlights of this project this academic year was the Community Day, in which hundreds of students lined residential streets for a litter pick. The winner is Rag.
Congratulations, guys. So, Jack, could you tell us a little bit about what you guys have been doing in the community this year?
Yeah, so we've teamed up with Keep Jesmond Clean and residents of Jesmond mainly to clean up the streets of Jesmond. We've also done litter picks in Leazes Park and Heaton, places like that. Just trying to build local community, sort of the bridge between students and the local community, sort of give the student side to it and show that we're not all just coming home 3 a.m. shouting, stuff like that. So.
Brilliant. Fantastic work. Well done, guys. Thank you. And so on to the final award of the evening. All good projects need a strong and effective leader. Someone who has a vision and is able to support and inspire those around them to achieve a common goal. Personally, I've been looking forward to this award all evening. Even more so because I know the runner-up and I know the winner. Both have or are currently doing our Leadership Award. Plug for next year, guys. So, let's go on and have a look at our nominees. Iona Crichton. Tavia Narbateti. Nest Create. Bridget Stratford. Martha Clarkson Cox. Alana Barnett. Leanna Christina King. Glenn Brunerwood. Our runner-up. As part of the TEDx Society, this person has organised weekly TEDx sessions as well as the first annual TEDx Newcastle University Conference. This conference was an incredible success, attracted great publicity for the university, and attendees praised the conference for being an enriching, inspiring and informative experience. Please welcome to the stage our runner-up, Tavia Norbertati. I'm so pleased that Tavia's confirmed I pronounced her surname correctly. So thank you, Tavia. Next, on to the winner. And I'm so pleased to announce the winner of this award. I've watched this person grow over the last 18 months. Their passion and dedication never ceases to amaze me. This person puts their heart and soul into Nest, ensuring that volunteers and learners feel welcome. Their enthusiasm is infectious and has contributed to an amazing project which has had, as we've heard this evening, such an impact not only on the vulnerable people that it supports, but on the fantastic opportunity that it provides our students to do. So please welcome to the stage, Bridget Stratford.
So, Bridget, I suppose the simple question is, how proud are you of seeing the growth of Nest from nothing to where it is now? How amazing does that feel?
I mean, I'm sat here amongst not my friends, but my brothers and sisters, so for us, it's a really special night. I think anybody who knows me and knows Nest knows that I'm just part of a double team and could do none of this without Allah, so this is really for both of us, because without Allah, there would be no Nest. So.
So that marks the end of the Community Impact Awards 2018. I hope you guys have all had a really great evening celebrating so many of the great projects that we have and the great impact that we have in the community. Unfortunately, on these kind of nights, there are always going to be more people that don't get on this stage than do get on this stage. But I hope that everyone leaves this room appreciating that the work they do is changing lives, it's changing communities, and it's making our society better. Sometimes I think we as students do get a pretty bad rap, but I think that it's events like these that are a real testament to the impact of student volunteering, student impact in the community. So on behalf of myself as president of the Students' Union, thank you for doing all that you do. Have a great night, enjoy the mingling, and see you next year. Thank you.